So what I have here is a aircrete board that I made a year or two ago, not sure exactly when. This was used in the little storage box that I made, tried to just to see how long it would last, and remarkably that box lasted a long time, kept stuff in it dry and clean for about a year and a half maybe. And I think what's remarkable is that if you look at this board is fairly strong, and it's only an inch thick, so you can make pieces of aircrete an inch thick and do useful stuff, but it takes a long time for it to get its full strength, and that's one of the keys here. If I had tried to pick this board up like this when it was fresh, or maybe a few weeks old, there's a pretty good chance it would have cracked. So I think that there's still an awful lot of potential with this material. We just need to figure out how to reliably make the batches and get the inconsistency problems solved. So the other thing I wanted to show is just a little trick. Not really a trick. Probably most folks already have this sort of thing figured out. But if you want to make a cut in a piece of aircrete, just a simple blade like this. This is just I find that the metal blades work really nicely. But really the trick is that you want to cut from one side and then the other and meet in the middle, because you're less likely to get a significant chunk break off. If you cut all the way to the end, you're likely to lose part of your corner there or something like that. So I'm in the process of cleaning up, and I don't have a workspace, so I'm crouching on the ground to do this, but hopefully you'll get the point here. So that span at this amount of material here is obviously not enough to keep that together, although there may have already been a pre-existing crack there, I'm not sure. But I wasn't supporting the weight at all, so not too surprising. Okay, so I don't know if you could see it, but this is not particularly good aircrete. The bubbles are kind of merged together, and I honestly don't know what the factors are that create that situation. But here it is, a couple years old, and that's workable. I mean, okay, so you can see that. Sure, let me try this piece here. So this stuff has been sitting around. There is no fiber reinforcement at all in this. You're just looking at the strength of the tensile strength, which is what happens when you bend it, of aircrete, which we know is extremely low. If this was covered on both sides with this mesh, and the mesh was in there, you can see there's mesh right here. In fact, it might be that there's some mesh under here that's giving this piece a little bit of additional strength. This stuff is really strong, and you can do some good stuff with it. I'm just still frustrated that I can't make it reliably and consistently. And I don't know whether it's because I'm not doing a good job on measuring things, or whether the foaming agent has some variability, or whether the temperature or humidity or some other variable comes into play. It'd be really cool if some organization with the resources did a detailed study / experiment and could find out what the factors are and help us to know how to make really good quality, consistent aircrete. I still love this stuff, and I'm sure I'm going to find uses for it. But like I said in the previous video, I do have to put this project aside for the moment. I'm just cutting these pieces up. I'm going to go ahead and finish off my little shed, and if I get it to the point where it looks semi-decent. I'll make another video just to show how that came out. Thanks for listening.